and welcome back to another of Humbl, of Money and Politics, discussing Humbl, of Money and Politics now. And it's been a couple of days, and I went down to the lake, and here we are back, and it is Tuesday. No, it's Wednesday. Wednesday, September the 8th. And yes, the week's getting away from me. But we got some Humbl news today. And the big news right now that it came out late yesterday is that we had the Humbl Gallery, and that's been released. I'm sure you all are familiar with that. And let's say that. If you go down, because I had a question on this, if you go down to the bottom and say, I don't see anything yet on sports and entertainment. Well, you see the categories, and they have a category for sports and one for entertainment. But if you click on sports, it says, sorry, no NFT found here. New NFTs will be added soon, and please continue exploring. So that's the thing I would say that is the number one answer. And it's the same thing if you go down to look at entertainment. They don't have it. Now, if you go to art, if you go to photography, and I believe fashion too, although I haven't checked fashion, you have different categories here of artwork. Some may or may not be to your liking. It's all subjective. But again, all of this is going to be changing. And I would say, just like any art museum, you're going to go and you're going to look at some things and you're going to go, who the heck would want that? And other things you are going to look at and think, well, that's pretty cool. And, you know, it's everyone's cup of tea. But nonetheless, the bottom line is right now that Humbl has finally launched its gallery on NFT Gallery. And I think this is where we are talking about Humbl. As I said to someone yesterday, I think the big story here is that Humbl's moving forward with its plan. And I think that's the forest before getting lost in the trees. So Humbl's moving forward with the plan. This is a real business. You know, as you well know, if you follow me, I have not had much input or understanding before Humbl came along of what an NFT is and why somebody would want an NFT. But now I learn that it is its own, it's very popular, and that this whole NFT gallery with Humbl could be something that turns out to be huge. Now, if we just pick one at random, let me click on this. You can see the current price here is $994. What I don't know, and maybe it came out late. I was busy today, and I know there was a press release that came out. I don't know what the cut is that Humbl is getting, and if they release that, I'm sorry I missed that. But we'll have to see how much money does Humbl do a month on these, and how much, how much does it mean in terms of revenue to the company. Now, there was a lot of excitement, and yesterday we were up, today we are down. I think that while the market was down, I think this is some short-term profit taking that people, sell on the news, and that's what this is. That people were out there. We had 7.23 million shares traded, where in recent times it was only, the 10-day average is 5.3 million. If we look at 5 days, we're going to see there the upturn. And this is also important. This is important because it goes to show you the investor sentiment when we get some news to react to. And people have been waiting for the Humbl NFT Gallery to come out, and now we see it. And they have their press release. And let's take a quick look. Humbl announced the launch of Humbl NFT Gallery and client services, And as you can see here, it says it's excited to announce the launch of its gallery for the creation, listing, sale, and purchase of non-fungible tokens, which is what an NFT is, on the blockchain. The Humbl NFT Gallery will pilot launch over 15 original collections, including a number of these different artists you can read here and others across a variety of collectibles of digital media with artist representation from various countries. And as we scroll down, it says that we view the NFT space as having significant growth potential in terms of professional sports, music, gaming, ticketing, and more, according to Brian Foote, the CEO of Humbl, who adds that we're excited to see Humbl's newly acquired Monster Creative Studios help define this new multimedia space, given their proven and historical track record of media packaging for clients of big name clients, and you see like Netflix and Amazon, etc. So that's the press release. And the other big news, or news I should say, relative to Humbl today is that we had an update on the investors conference coming up in Nashville at the end of this month. They had a different place initially on Friday the 24th. It is now Acme Feed and Seed, which is a bar, so place to go to in Nashville. You can Google that. On the 25th and 26th, I don't know how many people are going to this. It's it's all everyone's choice. What do you want to do? The Pilgrimage Music and Cultural Festival, and they'll have the Humbl Hub tent. And then on Sunday, September 26th, if you can read that, it says Tennessee Titans versus the Colts. They announced now that the Humbl people will be sitting, I should say, in section 119 with tailgate information coming soon. Thomas, my son, looked and said there were only 7 seats left. And so he didn't know, and I don't know, is that because Humbl bought up a block of tickets, or have people just independently bought them? It is, according to what Thomas told me, the tickets are currently $225 each. I am not that interested in going to the Tennessee Titans versus the Colts. Personally, I'm not going to spend $225 a ticket to go there unless Humbl had some deal that I'm unaware of that we're buying them at a lower rate. My interest predominantly in going to Nashville for this is in you, the people. I want to see you guys and talk to you all. And I hope that when we go to the Acme Feed and Seed, that we have an opportunity to get there and talk. I didn't look it up. Again, Thomas did. I've been out in the field shooting stores today. And Thomas said that it looks like a cool place with a big area where you can go outside and overlook the river. It's just, I'm talking from my own subjective person. Some people may love to go bars and have it where it's thumping loud, incredibly loud music. I am not one of those people. I want to be able to talk to people and hear what they're saying and not blow my voice out trying to scream at them. So I may be outside on the porch overlooking the river, drink in hand, and maybe in one form or fashion shooting some interviews, and I might just do that with the phone, which is a very easy way instead of bringing along all my camera gear. But I did want you to know that if you want to go to the pilgrimage, and that'll be Saturday and Sunday, and you're interested, here's some of the groups that you can see there. Starting off with the Dave Matthews Band, the Black Keys, Cage the Elephant, and a bunch of other people as we go down the line that I'm unfamiliar with personally. However, I wanted to bring that to your attention in case you were interested in going. might be fun. I am not familiar with the Pilgrimage Music and Cultural Festival in Nashville. Maybe I got a couple of friends that live there in Nashville, and maybe they can give me the lowdown. So that's what's happened today in the world of Humbl and the prices that we are seeing. Some of the other stocks that we are following, well, the overall market went down today, so the TQQ was down, and the other index funds, as you would imagine. FNGU, which is a 3 times leveraged exchange traded note of a number of very good companies. That was down today. That was down about 1.47, $1.47. It is at $40.07. Again, folks, I bring this to your attention. It's about where it was last time I talked about this price-wise. You can see on the right here the top holdings, and you can go down the list. These are, A-grade companies from Alibaba and Google and Amazon, Apple, Baidu, Facebook, Netflix, NVIDIA, Tesla, and Twitter. Well, Twitter is an interesting platform. I've never kind of personally saw it much as an investment. But that's the big news, folks, for tonight. Oh, and lastly, Thomas and I, if you watch this today, the 8th of September, Thomas and I are going to be in Twitter Spaces tonight, sharing our thoughts. Tom and I are going to be sharing a phone. He wants to keep his Twitter handle private for various reasons that are legitimate. And so he wants to, he and I will be sharing our thoughts on there if you want to join us, not just us talking to people on our thoughts, but we look forward to hearing what you all are saying, and of late, when we go into, Thomas, by the way, hasn't done this before, but when we go into Twitter Spaces of late, there's been up to 200 people on there of Humbl followers, and so that's all exciting to hear from people, to hear what they're thinking, and to kind of get the your fingers on the pulse of what Humbl Nation is saying, and information sharing, because I don't remember what it was right now, but I learned a couple of things last time I was on just from information sharing. So the Twitter Spaces is kind of a cool thing, I would say, and why I think this will be my 3rd time doing this, maybe 4th. I think there is one time during the day I did it. But anyway, we will be on at 7 p.m., Tom and I, Central Time. And if we're not on then, it will be within about 5 minutes or so. Thomas has to come home from a fundraiser that he is going to. And that aside, I'll say good night for now, folks. Always good to talk to you. I hope you can join us. There again is where you can reach me on Twitter, and if you want to write me an email, there's that, and TikTok. I haven't done much with it yet, but again, I was at the lake for a couple of days. I will be putting more on TikTok here in the near future. So for now, we'll say goodbye, and hopefully we have a little bit better day in the market tomorrow. But I think the future is looking brighter and brighter in Humbl Land. And for now, I'll say good night.